Hey everyone, this is a new tech video that is, I'll just say it's interesting. A lot of the home products are becoming wired, they're all connected to the internet. This is one that there's a lot of videos out there about this, but this is an iRobot Roomba. It's a Roomba iRobot. This is the late 2015 top of the line model. It's the 980. And I was very skeptical about this at first. My wife actually wanted this as a present for the holidays, and she's had some friends that have them, and she's heard good things. I just thought it's just a small little disc; it's not going to do the job, and so I was again skeptical. This also this version of it is very expensive. This is not. Well, I'll just say it this way: this is a premium product. It's very expensive, and for the most part, I thought it was a high-risk purchase. That I'm going to spend a lot of money, and it's not going to work out so well. But so you've obviously, hopefully, you paid attention, and there's a big but there that I am pleasantly surprised by this thing. I've had this running for about a little over a week now, and it still needs to pass the durability and long-term test. You know, are the parts going to wear out? Is it going to break down in 60 days? Or more likely, most of these products right at month 13 after your year of use. Anyway, so far so good. I am amazingly impressed. And I have a lot of wood floor and carpet as well. I have it on one level, for the most part, docked on one level, and I have picked it up and carried it to other rooms, and it does those as well. And so here it is. I mean, it's all hooked up. You need to find a relatively clear area. So I got it in the corner of the wall here. The base, just plug it in, make sure the base kind of stays in place. What I've also done is, you know, if you look at all the product literature, they kind of hide the wires, and I've unplugged it right there. They hide the wires. Basically what you need to do is tie them up. So, because the robot can run over the wires and not stop, but struggle a bit running over the wires all the time. And then it won't get stopped on the wires, but what will happen, the base will get out of place and it won't be able to dock correctly. So I'm going to pause the video here and plug that back in. But so you have the charging things here, and this part's really light. You got the Roomba itself. There's some buttons on top. They send it back home to make it clean in a kind of circular motion, and then you have the clean button you just hold down. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to pick it up, and it's going to be docked here. It'll go back by itself, but you can see how I just laid it over top of the sensors, and you can see the green light is charging. You got the green light back on here, and unfortunately it looks like I had somehow disconnected plugs, so I may not be able to show you the cleaning part, and I'll have to come back to this, but you can see it's charging now. It will charge about 90 minutes. So this is, it's pretty impressive that it can do that, right? It comes back and docks, charges, continues on. If you have a lot of chairs, a lot of dining room stuff, it will go around all that. It does take a bit extra time. It's pretty nice to be able to schedule this or touch the button from your phone and just let it do its work. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind, especially if you're in a different room of the house or you've left for the day. And it just does its job. It does it in a pattern, but kind of back and forth. It looks clean, and it gets it done. So here's how you empty the dust and dirt and all kinds of stuff. I recently emptied it, but it's very easy. It's just a matter of opening it back here and dumping it out. You can pull out the filter up top. Just kind of tap it against the trash can. Every single time this thing is run, even when I think my house is clean, it's picked up a lot of stuff. It's basically full each time it runs. That's the part I'm entirely impressed on. It's when, you know, I'm a clean person, try to keep things picked up and not a lot of junk on the floors, but when it still runs and just picks up all the extra dust and small dirt, things you don't necessarily see that you could be breathing it in and all those different things, it's impressive. So that is really cool. I'm going to manually push it, however I could trigger it through the Wi-Fi. I'm going to try this. Lights up clean green charge battery. I'm going to hold it down a little bit longer. Yep. I'm going to pop it real fast. Yeah, I'm not sure what this. There we go. Rise of the machines. Powering up. Kicking around. Turned itself around. If I can send it back to home here. Alright, gotta pause it, and we're gonna send it back home. So this path is going to dock. Docking Bay 94. And there it does it. It's pretty sweet. So this ran, I've been talking for about 8 minutes. I'm not expecting a ton of junk in here, but let's check it out anyways. Pull it off with one hand. Okay.
14. Reinstall Roomba bin. Let's press 3.
So you got a little bit in there. It's kind of hard for you to see. I had dumped it earlier. There's some stuff in there. So, like I said, I thought it was a gimmick. I thought it was a waste of money. I may be right, depending on how long it lasts. But I am extremely pleased about how it's doing. It gets just this extra film of dirt away from the house, out of the house. Dirt that you don't necessarily know that exists, but it does. Breathing that junk in. So I'm impressed. So hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions.